All right, let me get it together. Hold on. Like my mother always say, thank God for Jesus. Uh, Good morning. It is Throwback Thursday. Excuse me, CJ. It is a Throwback Thursday. It is Thursday, November the 2nd, 2023, 31 minutes after the hour. Welcome, guys, to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, and the Queen, Miss Miko. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? You know the deal. I say the same thing every morning. Chat room's wide open. You can call in 570-982-6950, broadcasting on all social media platforms. Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's having a blessed day this morning. This is where you get your morning love, but most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started. Right to the Queen, SennyJ. Good morning. Looking well. How are you? Good to see you. And how you doing today, young lady?
Good morning, Sean. I'm doing great. Good morning to everybody listening. We have an amazing show for you this morning. We're going to get started with Senny Says. I will let you know what has been happening in Halloween, in the Hollywood and entertainment news. We're also going to have front page news with Senny J, where I will let you know what is going on locally, nationally, and globally. So you want to make sure you stick around for that.
Yeah, stick around for her Halloween interviews. Uh, so, guys, welcome. We are here this morning. Shout out to my man Gregory Youngernut. Thank you so much. Gregory, we was in Brooklyn last night. We'll tell you about that. Bernadette, thank you so much. We truly appreciate you guys. And we'll shout out you guys throughout the show. You know, it's a Throwback Thursday. Remember back in the days, we used to do the shout outs. Cindy J eliminated all that. So we do our own little shout out here in the chat room. Because back in the day when we used to do the shout out, Cindy was like, Sean, we got to start doing the shout out. And I was like, no, we're going to keep doing the shout outs. Y'all remember this. And the Queen Cindy J won. Uh, there hasn't been a shout out since 2011. So we want to show you guys some love. And we definitely appreciate you. Listen, we're going to jump right into this show. We are here. Excuse us for being, coming on a little late. I had to run outside for a minute. And now I'm back. So good morning. And thank you so much for tuning in. So, Cindy, let's get right into this um, news cycle and all the other things that we do here on the show. Entertainment, pop culture, personal news. We do it all on this show. That's why you guys listen, and we appreciate you. So thank you. And like, share, and follow the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Oh, wait. Shout out to my sis. I got this special shout out to my sis. And y'all already know how I feel about this woman. Shout out to LaShawn Haynes Jones, who I've known, I think, other than Shaheed Johnson, I think I've known LaShawn Haynes Jones for almost my entire life as a young teenager when we used to, MC and rap back in the day. And her and her homegirl, Lisa, and there was another girl with them. They used to support us with the rap game back in the day. So LaShawn Haynes Jones, man, who's my sis, and her husband, who's a beautiful young man, been supporting from day one. And I just bring her up before we start the show because we was in Brooklyn last night. She hit me up. She said, I'm coming to the show. I do a once-a-month comedy show at 275 Park, Laughaholics Comedy Club in Brooklyn, New York, on 275 Park Avenue in Brooklyn. And I want to say we had such a good time last night. Chat room, we need all of y'all to come out to Brooklyn. The club is owned by Ray DeJean and his partners, and it's a beautiful place. And we had a great time, great food. So I just want to show my sister LaShawn Haynes Jones that love because she came out. She rolled out by herself. Deborah Leslie was supposed to roll out with her. That I guess they didn't have no connection there. And she came out by herself. And that leads to the question, who's built for going out by themselves? Let me tell you something. When I used to run in these streets like that, I had no problems going anywhere by myself. LaShawn, she came out. And of course, Cindy J, much love to all the people that were there last night. But I had to show sis extra love. So I would go back past the table. You good? Everything all right? We was out there joking and laughing before I got on stage. The show was funny. But she came out to Brooklyn. Remember, she lives in Harlem. She came out to Brooklyn by herself, took an Uber home. You know, this is a grown ass woman. Who's built? Who's built to roll out? Oh, my cousin LeBaron is in the chat room. Good morning, brother. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Who's built to roll out by themselves? Cindy, are you about that rollout by yourself, like, or you up there? I don't want to go out there. None of my friends are around. I can't go out.
I'll
I
go by
applaud you.
myself. I don't
I'm
like
gonna
to.
I'm gonna yield my time to Cindy, but I applaud you, LaShawn Haynes Jones, because you roll out by yourself. And that leads to the next question. If you can't roll out by yourself, then you're not comfortable with yourself. Cindy, are you built to roll out? Well, Cindy shouldn't be rolling out by herself because we know how she gets down. Cindy needs a guardian with her. But Cindy, are you built for that going out by yourself, having a good time with yourself, pause, being comfortable with yourself to have a good time in an establishment? Are you built for that life? Because Harvey is, LaShawn Haynes Jones is. Put a number one in the chat room if you built for going out by yourself.
I don't want to say I'm built for it, but I've done it. I don't like it though. I don't like, doing things by myself, but I'll do it and I usually have a good time. So, but I don't like to. I'm not going to wake up and be like, "Oh, let me go here by myself." I'm going to hit up a few people, but if they say no, then I'll still go.
You sure? Because that's the
Yeah.
problem. People will hit up a few people, few of their friends. Let's roll out. Nobody wants to roll out, and then the person gets discouraged, and they go, "I don't want to go. I don't want to go." And you know how many people? Princess, I was in your hood last night. 275 Park is a venue you can actually roll up in. Trust me, they got the whole situation for you. But Cindy, you know how many times I hear people, especially when I produce comedy shows, and I go, "Yo, what happened? Why you didn't come out last night?" "I ain't had no money to go with." Really?
I
You're not
actually
comfortable
did
with
that.
yourself?
I actually did that last year for my birthday. Me and my friends went to Houston, all together. But I wanted to do this event. It was like a trap karaoke on wheels type thing. And I put it in the group chat. I was like, oh, we should do this when we go there. And everybody was slow to get their tickets. So there was literally only one spot left. So I was like, I bought it. So when we were there, we were all out to dinner, and I was like, "Oh, you guys, I gotta go to the
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
trap karaoke thing on wheels." And they were like, "Oh, you're gonna go to that?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Y'all were fooling around with the tickets." So I actually left them and went to the event in another city by myself, and I had so much fun. And I met some other girls on there, and they actually met up with us later, and we all went to the club that night. So it was actually really fun.
See,
But it was
let,
kind of awkward leaving my people to go out by myself.
no, you know what? I'm gonna applaud you for that because look at the fringe benefits of it before we move on. And guys, December the 6th, I think we're gonna throw a Shawn Harvey Morning Show Christmas party at 275 Park. That's December the 6th. I think that's my spirit and my heart is saying that. You see the benefits of going out by yourself. Sometimes you are pleasantly surprised. You neglect your happiness by not going out by yourself because you don't know what's going to happen. You might run into some new people. You might experience a good time like Cindy talked about, but you deprive yourself from all type of experiences because you hamstring by what others don't want to do.
Word.
When I used to roll out by myself with no problems. When I used to go to the clubs back in the shadow days and back when we used to do the after work on a Friday or a Thursday. Y'all remember that in New York City? I used to roll by myself. I used to high step into the club.
But people do look at you weird. They're like, you came by yourself. it gives off a little because they'll be like, you meet somebody, they'll be like, "Oh, where your people at? Somebody's meeting you here." You're like, "No, I just came by myself." People can take it one or two ways. Like, oh, they must really like to party, or you ain't got no friends, so you must not be cool. Like, I feel like a lot of different things run through your mind, but people are more willing to like invite you into their friend group. It is a lot better. Like when you're by yourself, you could probably get into VIP. You could probably do a lot more things moving around by yourself than if you were with a group of people. So, there's pros and cons, pros and cons.
I think we're gonna do a Shawn Harvey Morning Show Christmas party at 275 Park in Brooklyn. And my homegirl in the chat room, uh, uh, Jacqueline Carter, Aunt Jackie, as we all call her, who works with Ray DeJean. Shout out to Ray DeJean. He owns the club with his partners. She's having a clean and sober event. We was talking about that last night, November the 24th, down at the club, 275 Park. So y'all reach out to Jacqueline Carter, my
Clean
friend.
and sober event. There's going to be no liquor there.
Yeah, there's going to be liquor there if you want to relapse. Now, and Jackie, right? That brings up another question. What if people? I know it's a clean and sober event, but
Can
what if
you
there's people?
come inebriated? That's
Right?
all I want to know.
Or can you show up and be like, I'm really not a part of the association, but I want to get my drink on? I mean, is this? Are we practicing segregation in this place? I don't know. Like, who about the people that want to drink? Y'all reach out to Jackie. That's November the 24th at 275 Park. My heart is telling me to do a Christmas party, Shawn Harvey Morning Show in Brooklyn on December the 6th. Okay. Are you built for going out by yourself? Or are you going to let a few others deter you from having a good time? And Cindy's right. I think that's a self-esteem issue. People go, you know what? Why are you by yourself? That's a question. That is absolutely a valid question. But the answer is I feel comfortable by myself. I'm good. I literally never had a problem rolling out by myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome to the show, guys. LaShawn, Oliver, welcome. God bless you. God bless everyone in the chat room. We hope you guys are having a safe morning, and we hope you have a great day, and we appreciate you. See, let's get into this first story. Put a number one chat room if you can roll out by yourself. Put a number two if you're not built for that life.
Now, LaShawn said I saw the original Star Wars in the 70s by myself.
Let's clap. Yeah. LaShawn Hayes Jones.
Yes.
Is that okay? So then let's talk about that just one last time. If you ever rolled out by yourself, put in the group room, where did you go when you rolled out by yourself? LaShawn Hayes Jones said she went to go see the Star Wars movie by herself. Sis, I love you to death. Thank you so much for coming out. She's built for that life. Thanks for coming out last night, and we had a good time. Next show at 275 Park is December the 6th. And a few weeks from now, next week, we're doing a double comedy show, one in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, Game Time. That's November the 11th, and then down in Easton in November the 12th at the IMU. So y'all come on out. Go ahead, Cindy. What you got going on?
The first story I'm going to start off with, Shawn, a throwback to your favorite couple, Amy Robach and TJ Holmes, the infamous couple that was fired from Good Morning America after both of their Good Morning hosts were found sleeping with each other and cheating on their spouses. Um, Fans of former broadcasters Amy Robach and T.J. Holmes will once again get to enjoy their commentary. The TV couple recently announced that they've inked a joint podcast deal with iHeartRadio following their firing from Good Morning America. On their IG accounts, they shared an image of themselves hugged up with the caption, "How's this for Instagram official?" The hashtag Silent No More, Amy and TJ, December 5th. Listen on the iHeartRadio app and everywhere podcasts are heard. It's called Amy and TJ Podcast. TJ Holmes and Amy's return as media commentators comes after they were fired back in January following their relationship being ousted. They weren't fired again because of any company violations, but because their relationship was an internal and external disruption. It seems the perfect outlet was just around the corner. Reportedly, Holmes and Robach will discuss their relationship for the first time publicly in this series, though it's reported the show will regularly hold discussions around current events, pop culture, and news. Additionally, Holmes will reportedly be producing the podcast and will also produce other projects for the media company. So, you guys let us know. I mean, I didn't watch them when they were on Good Morning America. So, I mean, I don't really know if I'll want to dive into this podcast, but I will look out for the clips of them talking about their relationship and seeing what this is about.
Uh,
So that's what I have for that.
Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Please like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature Wake Up Team on all media. November the 11th, we at Game Time in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. November the 12th, we're at Iron Mule in Easton. Let's get our laugh on. Next weekend, we have a whole Lehigh Valley comedy weekend. Like my mother would say, thank God for Jesus. I want to give a round of applause because I got mixed feelings with this. Give a round of applause to TJ Holmes, aka Lutelius. Lutelius, my man. TJ Holmes, his name is Lutelius.
That is his name.
You secured the oat milk, my friend. You secured the cottage cheese.
Yeah.
You went to Snow Bunny University and you bagged you a rabbit. She's worth $50 million and you pimping the game.
Is she worth 50 million?
You might want to look that up.
Yeah, I don't.
So you might want to look that up. I mean, I might be, yeah, you might want to look that up. I don't know why I said 50 million, but it sounds good. And now you just
I think it's like 1 million or something. It's
no,
not
it's about
that.
50 million. Now you messing with my integrity. Now we need to know how much she's really worth. And not you went all out for the bunny. You even left the fam. I'm not even judging you on that. Shawn Harvey's left 2 families. I'm not mad at you for that. But now you signed up with iHeartRadio, so now you continue to get the bag. Now my problem with you is you can't be trusted, Lutelius.
She has a net worth of 20 million.
20 million. What about him?
This is right here.
Lutelius.
7 million.
7 million? That's good.
Yeah.
Well, in Cindy's world, they wouldn't be able to be in a relationship with each other. Now, let me because with $7 million, you're broke. Now, let me
compared to my 20? Come on.
Now,
but they do make the same on average. They both make around 3 million a year. So
you secured the snow bunny. I'm not mad at you for that. And she's a bunny. She's not urban white. That's a big difference. There's a big difference between snow bunny and urban white. But at the same time, I have a conflict, my friend, because you can't be trusted around the women. You the type of man, I can't have you around my wife. You're going to try to bag her. That's the problem I'm having with this. I'm a fan of both of them. I think they have great chemistry on air and they look good. The optics. TJ Holmes, Lutelius, is a very attractive man. Pause. And he could bag anything he can in these streets. But obviously, he loves the bunnies. I'm going to watch this podcast just for the curiosity of it all. And man, they're gangster because the ex-husband and his ex-wife, there's no beef with this. There's no Instagram viral videos of them arguing. There's none of that. So They stepped out back into the world stage to continue to chase the bag. And if you like them or not, I'm going to watch. And people are being so judgmental with them, but what's going on in your life, people? Let's knock it off. Okay, what they did was I think it was wrong for what they did, of course. But you're sitting there talking about, and you do have that choice. You're sitting there talking about, hey, I'm not going to watch them no more. Shut up. TJ Lutelius Holmes secured the bag with the bunny.
I don't know.
He secured the bag with the bunny. He didn't go to our African American sisters. He went and got a bunny. He got carrots and he got 100% whole milk.
I don't think it's going to be as big as people think they are. I think it's going to be a good first, like maybe the first week. We don't know how often they're doing it. Probably doing it once a week. People just want to hear their first couple things that they want to say, but I don't think it's going to be good for them.
But Cindy, will you watch it though? Would you watch the? I know you said you would watch random clips online, but would you watch that first episode?
Probably not.
I would.
I don't care that much for them. I'll find the juicy clips will be on there, but am I watching them for an hour and a half? No, please.
All right, everyone. Tamiko's in the chat room. Tamiko, can you hear us?
Hey, Tamika.
I can hear you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm out of town. I don't have my phone holder. Don't have my lights. It's a lot going on. But I'm here. I showed up. Good morning, everyone.
Do you at least have your segment? Do you have that?
You want to start?
That's I want to start. Do you have that? Do you have your segment? That's all. I don't have my holder. I don't have my phone. I'm in a hotel. I'm in Guatemala. I don't know where I'm at.
I'm in Guatemala.
You have your segment. Do you have your segment? Thank you.
I got a little something for y'all. I got a little bit of tips.
Well, we appreciate you, everyone. Our beloved Miss Miko is in the room, and we truly appreciate her. She's literally holding her phone because it's shaking all over the place, like her phone got a dab of Parkinson's mixed with a little dementia.
I'm sorry.
Cindy, what else you got? Wait, hold on, Miss Miko, where are you? Can you even disclose what part of the country you're in, Miss Miko?
I'm in Florida.
Ooh, Florida. Is it hot there?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, and guys, if you saw
I was gonna go sit by the pool, but it's darker outside, like because my grandma has like a lanai, so it's dark under there. So I was like, I can't even go out by the pool and do the show. But I'm here, guys. Hello.
And Cindy, shout out to Miss Miko. The other day, she's on Facebook stories. If you're in Boston, you need to go to our friends where they have the lamb chowder and the warm biscuits.
I like that.
Our restaurant reviewer, Shawn.
I know. And my friends tried the lobster plantain. I really didn't like it, but the broccoli was.
My daughter was like, whose voice is that? Who's talking?
Next time I go to Boston, I'm going there to eat.
Yes. Period.
My dog Cooper heard her voice. He started barking.
You're so silly.
Yeah, listen, my heart is telling me Shawn Harvey Morning Show Christmas Party, December the 6th on a Wednesday at Comedy in Harlem, 275 Park Avenue in Brooklyn. My heart is still telling me that. Go ahead, Cindy. What else you have? And then after you do one story, let's go to Miko. Let's go to her weather and her segment. Cindy, we're gonna put her to work right now. Go ahead, Cindy. What else you got?
Okay. Actually, running it back to the restaurants and
Hold on, Cindy. Miss Miko, you're making me dizzy.
I'm trying to find something to put my phone on. Hold on, y'all.
Use like a paper towel or something. It's usually tall enough and sturdy enough to hold it.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay. We get a little Blair Witch in the morning.
Okay.
Restaurant. This restaurant is actually going viral for adding a loud kids fee to a customer's bill. And this actually subsequently happened in Atlanta. We have been talking about Atlanta this week. If you guys missed it yesterday, Keith Lee, what not yesterday, the day before, Keith Lee was in Atlanta this past week, and he was giving his reviews on the restaurants, and they were saying how bad their customer service is. Well, this Georgia restaurant is standing strong on a policy for customers dining with children. Tacoa, I believe it's called Tacoa Riverside Restaurant, features an adult surcharge for adults unable to parent. The steakhouse recently enforced its fee with several families dined together at the Waterside location earlier this month. The owner of the Riverside restaurant added a $50 kids fee to each bill at their table. When the guest asked for an explanation, the owner, whose name is Tim Richter, said their kids were being too loud. One of the customers, Lindsay Landman, told the outlet the group was made up of four families. There were reportedly 11 children there, ages from 3 to 8 years old. They approached their table after dessert, and then one of the guests said some of the children had joined their parents closer to the waterfront area of the restaurant. One of the guests gave the recounting, saying that the manager had the menu in hand and he's showing us where it talks about the fee. At first, I thought he was going to compliment us and be like, but you won't be charged because your kids were so well behaved. Instead, the owner informed them that the added fees were per bill. In addition to being too loud, he was allegedly angry. The manager was allegedly angry about the kids running around outside. Meanwhile, the guest Lindsay says the children were sitting at one end of the table and being really good. She added that their well-mannered behavior was even a shock to her that day because I guess they're regularly unruly. She says she challenged the owner's claim, but that he reacted by questioning their presence at the restaurant. He got in our faces and told us that we belonged at Burger King and not at his restaurant. We asked to speak to the owner, and he said, I am the owner. Um, as for other people, Lindsay, the one recounting the story, she says everyone was frozen watching while the owner yelled at them about the policy. Um, After going viral for the charge, they were reached for comment. However, the restaurant revealed that an employee refused to comment further on the phone, saying, we're not going to comment on a policy we've had for years. We just want to live in the woods and cook. The restaurant has a 4.1 rating on Google and features over 2,000 mixed reviews. I'm going to go look at some of their reviews. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they had to pay that fee.
Uh, well, you're gonna have to catch me. I'm sorry, my dog was barking because I had the door open. He's looking at all types of stuff. So I apologize for that. So they went to the restaurant and they had the kids there. The kids were making too much noise, and they charged more money on the bill because the kids were unruly. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess it was four families together. I'm assuming each party got their own bill, and he added $50 to each of the bills at the table.
Right. So not each person, each bill.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what? That would be a total of $200
Right. I tell you this. SennyJ and Miss Miko, and welcome to the show, any place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shout out to my man DJ Tall Guy and also Mr. Rich Wilson. God bless you. My niece is in the building too, Shannon Berry. God bless.
Hey, Shannon.
And shout out to my new grandson, Jace. The first question is, was the customers aware of this policy before they sat down and started eating?
I don't think so, but they've said they've had this for years, so maybe they haven't been enforcing it.
Right. See, that's the problem here. For me, basically, we got a serious problem. My kids are bad, or they're making noise, or they're unruly. Ask me to leave. I would say, yo, you gotta leave. We can't do this.
What if you're already eating?
I'd rather you do that. I'd rather you share that information with me than at the end of the bill, I'm getting taxed an extra $50 and not knowing it. Now, yeah, these kids might have been bad. Yeah, they might have been bad. They might have been terrible kids. I get it. But for you to throw this surcharge on without me knowing it, I got a problem with that. I'm not paying the $50, and you lucky I don't get up and walk out and not pay the bill at all. Yo, I mean, we might have to get the police involved. I'm not paying the extra $50. You should tell me when I walk in with these kids, listen, if the kids are bad, it's an extra $50. And is that even against the law? Like, I think this must be laws to protect.
You want everything to be a law. There's no law.
It's got to be some type of law. You just can't make this stuff up as you go along.
Yes, you can.
And what does this say about, one more time before we get into Miss Miko? Again, what does that say about Atlanta again? This happened in Atlanta, right?
Not in Atlanta. It looks like this restaurant is in Blue Ridge, Georgia. Where is that? Is that like outside Atlanta? Like in
I don't
the
know.
woods?
I don't know. Ask Miss Miko. She's always in Atlanta. I don't know. But I
I'm
still
gonna
think
look
that
for Blue Ridge,
I still
Georgia.
think that this is very disrespectful. And speaking of walking out, last night at the comedy show, these three grown-ass women, Miss Miko, at 275 Park, my heart is saying throw a Christmas party at 275 Park on December the 6th. Miss Miko, three grown-ass women that were sitting in the front, having a good time, and we're showing them love. These three women walked out without paying their bill, and I thought that was absolutely disgusting. Three grown-ass women in a Black-owned establishment having a good time, sitting there eating. It was three of them, and they walked out without paying their bill.
Disgusting.
That bothered me. You have a Black-owned establishment, number of Black people's in there, and you still walking out.
Listen, Shawn.
These are grown-ass people that walked out the restaurant. I would bar them from that restaurant first you pay your bill, and then you could never come back here again. And I don't want to hear, because sometimes folks get up and they go, oh, we forgot to pay the bill. That's BS to me. There's no way that three of you are sitting there or four of you are sitting there and you forget to pay your bill. You just walked out.
This is nowhere near Atlanta.
Okay, good.
It's in Georgia. Atlanta and Georgia are two different states.
Yeah. Right. It's like Blue Ridge. It looks like it's right at the top of Georgia, like right when you're coming into the state. That's where this place is, in the mountains.
Miss Miko, Princess Cox No Pause in the chat room asked the question.
What?
Miko, you woke up like that?
I look up. I'm sorry.
What is she saying? You look fine.
Oh yeah, I woke up like this.
I'm weak.
Like this.
All right, welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. My heart is saying Christmas party at 275 Park on December the 6th. We're going to move on to Miss.
December 6th, he finally invited us somewhere. We going, Senny? We in the building?
Yeah, I guess December 6th. That's what your spirit is telling you. Maybe you should ask other people what their availability is.
Right. But I had the city that day, so I'm in the building.
I gotta talk to Jesus first before I convey back down to you guys.
Yeah, and the venue. You have to speak to a lot of people besides your spirit first.
No, Senny, I'm there once a month on December the 6th. The next time I'm there is December the 6th. All right, let's go.
Wednesday, right?
That's on a Wednesday. It's 275 Park Avenue in Brooklyn, New York at the Laughaholics Conference. So,
why on a Wednesday?
Because that's the time. That's when I do the show, Senny, on a Wednesday.
Oh my God.
Okay. At what time, Senny? I mean, Shawn?
The doors open up at 6, showtime about 7:30.
Yeah, me and Senny will probably make it.
Yeah, we might even get up and do the podcast on the stage. I think so.
You got a lot going on.
Cindy, you the youngest out the group. What the hell? What's Wednesday night at 6 o'clock? You have a problem with that? You're only
Yeah, because
37.
it's just such a weird day and time. You always do this. Yeah, we're gonna do Tuesday at 5. Be there. Like, like what?
Did you guys
Like nobody's going
Yeah.
at that time. Like, what is going on?
Well, for your information, Cindy, we had a nice sized crowd in there last night, and everybody was like 50 years old and 75 years old in the place. We actually Shawn Haynes Jones. We had a nice sized crowd in there.
Okay, well, I
My
guess
heart
that
is saying,
makes sense then when you put it like that.
no?
now, Cindy, if there's a bunch of 65-year-olds in there last night at 9:30, you can do this.
Apparently.
All right, let's go over to Miss Miko on a Throwback Thursday. Let's clap for Miss Miko. It's good to see you.
Hi y'all. Hi y'all. Hi y'all. Wait, I missed a lot. Did you guys talk about Sydney's birthday recap? Did that happen already?
No, go ahead. We briefly talked about it, but you experienced the whole situation. Go ahead.
First of all, shout out to the ambassador. Miss Vanetta George was in the building with her homegirl last Friday, y'all. So, you know, Cindy's birthday was last week. So last week we got dressed, we got all fancy schmancy, and we went down to Delta's Soul Cafe or Soul Restaurant in Jersey, which was good. The food was amazing. I'll be doing a review on that. So make sure you stay tuned.
I want you, hold on, stop. I want you to do a review on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Try that review.
That's like, I can't do a review on myself, Shawn, because I'm going to be like 10 stars, 10, 10, 10, 10. I can't do that.
Oh, God, that's
Go ahead.
hilarious.
And then what did we do? So Cindy was wearing she was wearing a beige leather dress with a belt cinched at the waist. She looked amazing. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
The car before we got there, y'all. So you already know the act up was crazy. When we
She was what? I didn't hear you say that one more time.
she was pre-gaming in the car.
Okay.
So when I picked her up, she already had a little flask with something in the flask to go with what she had in the morning while we did the show.
Word.
So, oh boy, it's gonna be a long one with Miss SennyJ.
Okay.
We ordered a bunch of food, a bunch of drinks. It was nice. It was good. We go outside. I give Cindy one of her gifts, and it was a card that says, "Roll me a blunt and tell me I'm pretty." And it had a attached to it. Boy, Cindy couldn't wait till she got outside that restaurant to light that thing up. She took one pull and started twerking on the roof of the car.
Whoa.
It was super fun.
It was classic Cindy J. But the night was young, so we ended up going to another bar closer to home, Phillipsburg, New Jersey. And then after that, we went to another bar in Allentown who had like a Halloween party situation. And Vanetta and we bought Cindy another bottle of Hennessy. And we're like, I don't drink Hennessy. I drink tequila. Vanetta took a little sip. We're like, we're never going to finish this bottle. Don't you worry. SennyJ finished the bottle. She did not waste our money, nor did she.
Made sure a drop didn't go to waste.
She made sure. Shout out to your sister Maya. Maya came out and enjoyed herself with us too, as well as Alicia Moses. Shout out to you, Alicia Moses. Oh my God. We had so much fun on Friday night. So Cindy forced me to take a shot when I know I don't drink Hennessy. I woke up Saturday with such a bad headache. I said, that damn SennyJ. My head was on 1,000 Saturday morning. But shout out to Cindy. Happy birthday. I hope you had a good time.
Yes, I had an amazing time. Thank you guys so much.
I like to.
I do have footage, but I will not expose my girl like that. But I have footage of SennyJ twerking on top of the car.
Wait, no, whoa, Miss Miko, please inbox that, WhatsApp that to me, okay?
Not WhatsApp.
WhatsApp that to me, please, if you don't mind. It will stay with me. I gotta see this.
You're so crazy. I had posted a little bit of my story.
I didn't see it.
I made a reel.
Miss Miko, could you send me that video immediately?
I'll send you that video.
Thank you so much. Now, we're celebrating life, and I applaud Vanetta George and also Miss Miko for taking the Queen SennyJ out to have a good time. And shout out to Miss Miko, who is a masochist for the SennyJ drama. Uh, and my whole question to all of you: how do you have this energy? Delta's in Jersey, dope spot. I've been there tons of times. I get it. And then you go around to these local bars, and then you wind up at the main gate.
Mhm.
Miss Miko, the question to you is
3
the, que-
spots.
the question to you is, Miko, how do you have this energy to go all these places? Geographically, you're driving 147,000 miles.
My sister, I gotta do it for my girl. I don't care if I was tired. Both me and Vanetta was like, "Now we outside for Cindy. We outside tonight."
I know. I was surprised, especially for
I was
Vanetta.
surprised at Vanetta. I was like, "You came to main gate, like you're still awake, and it's 12 o'clock." And she proved it. She stayed out with us till about 2:33 in the morning. Only thing we didn't do, we didn't go get breakfast. We should have got breakfast, SennyJ. That would have
that would have been good. But I couldn't even lift up my head in the morning.
Did you have to drag SennyJ? Did you have to drag SennyJ out the car?
No, she took off her shoes and walked like this. And then she was like, "I think that's my house." Then she gets like, "Oh man, they locked it and I don't have a key. How am I getting to the house?" And then she stumbled down a dark trail and disappeared. And I was like, "I don't know if she's in." So I called her. She was like, "Yeah, I figured it out. I'm in." I think she climbed through a window. I don't know, but she got in the house.
Miko was done with me at that point. I was so mad when the door was locked. I was like, "Who locks the door?
And where's your key? That's your house. Why don't you have a key?"
Yeah, Cindy, right. What exactly?
I don't usually lock it.
Crazy. Crazy.
I could have sworn I left it open when I left. These damn kids. Always being responsible.
Right.
Oh my God. It was crazy. We had such a wonderful time. So happy birthday to you, my sister.
Thanks.
Well, thank you for your thorough report, and we truly appreciate you. But Cindy, we're gonna keep it to Miss Miko. She's gonna do her segment, then we get back to the news, and then we'll get on out of here. And we appreciate you guys for tuning in. My spirit and my heart is talking about Shawn Harvey Morning Show Christmas party with the Queens, Miss Miko and SennyJ on December 7th. My heart is still saying it.
Oh my gosh.
Tell your heart to be quiet.
275 Park Avenue. And our beloved Miss Miko's from the Brooklyn area. She is Brooklyn.
Well, Day, you heard.
Go ahead, Doug. Oh, God.
I know you lying with that.
Real. All right, Miss Miko, go ahead. What you got for us?
All right, so today on Miss Miko's Tips, I am going to give you guys some information on jet lag. As a lot of you know, I had went to Bali a few weeks ago, and I came back and I was jet lagged for about 5 days. I was going to sleep at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, not waking up until 9 o'clock at night, and being up all night and repeating it for about 5 to 6 days. It took me a while for my body to kind of get back on the East Coast time and the Eastern time zone. So I'm going to educate you guys so it doesn't happen to you, because it was the worst feeling in the world, and I don't ever want to feel that again. So to get over jet lag, there's 3 things you need to know. You have to have well-timed light exposure. Yes, like daylight. That's very important. Melatonin. Yum, 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 yum. Love melatonin. Last time, exercise and meals at the right time. Now, what is jet lag? Jet lag happens when you fly across time zones and your body's internal clocks takes time to adjust to the new time zone. Like, for instance, if you fly from New York to London, your body will be operating on the old time zone, which is 5 hours behind. And the opposite happens when you fly back home. Common symptoms for jet lag include sleeping problems, daytime sleepiness, laziness, loss of concentration, appetite loss, and fatigue. And the fatigue is crazy, y'all. It really takes you. So you can speed up overcoming jet lag. However, you get over it by being strategic with your light exposure. Timing your light is one of the easiest things you can do to help speed up jet lag. It's tricky to get it right, though. So when you're traveling, it's hard to avoid brightly lit airport and planes. If you ever notice when you're going far, they always say to close your shades. The reason being is if you're going west, you want to close your shades so you get on the west time zone. And if you're coming back east, you want to open your shades so you can get that light in so your body can adjust to what's happening with the jet lag. Okay. So if you get light exposure in the second half of the night and early morning, according to your old time zone, when you land, you're going to be in sync with whatever is going on. Now, if you're flying west, you're going to try to get as much sunlight in the early evening or the first half of your flight, first half of your evening, so that you can be adjusted. The next thing you want to do is take melatonin supplements. Who doesn't love melatonin? I used to give them to my daughter all the time to put her to sleep. She used to drive me crazy. Melatonin is the way to go. Shawn, don't look at the camera like that. Melatonin is a natural hormone to prime your body for sleep. But you can also get it in supplemental form. So instead of forcing yourself to sleep with traditional sleep aids, melatonin tricks your brain into thinking that bedtime is coming up. Ta-da! So that way your body winds down when it usually wouldn't. And it helps to move your weak sleep-wake cycle. So get you guys some melatonin. Another thing you can do, another thing you can do to prepare for that long flight and jet lag is prepare the night before. Take 5 milligrams of melatonin, wake up earlier, and get bright sunlight. The day of the flight, you take another 5 milligram melatonin at 6 p.m. And then after the flight, you take your last 5 milligrams at bedtime, and it's going to adapt. And you should also get 30 minutes of outdoor exercise to help speed up the process. Shawn, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Last but not least, exercise. Exercise. Exercising, people, can help you get aligned with your sleep schedule. Early morning exercise can push back your brain rhythm, and it can also advance you forward into sleeping. And that is 3 ways how you can get over jet lag.
Or, well, let's clap.
Interesting, Miss Miko.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and that's one of the ways we can get child services involved in a custody case. By giving your daughter, she told on herself, she's like, I gave my daughter this all her life to go to sleep.
Drove me nuts. I sure did.
It's good. You cry, night. Do you have any of this melatonin? Do you have any this melatonin in your crib right now, Miss Miko?
I'm not home, so I don't have it here. But Grandma probably has some.
I've never used that. I'm actually afraid of those things.
Me too. I never use that stuff. I'm afraid of it.
So it's a natural supplement. It just tricks your brain into thinking it's sleep time.
There's something else that's a natural supplement as well. It gets you to sleep just as fast, if not faster. I'll stick to that.
So is it really something that natural that tricks your brain? I don't think that's natural. I think natural is just being tired and going to sleep.
Now, jet lag, Shawn. It's impossible to go to sleep when you have jet lag. You will be up all day looking crazy. Like
No doubt. Like Miko's right. But you know what? If you're not about that travel life, then you're gonna be a sleepyhead for those few days that you land at your destination. A friend of mine's parents flew a straight flight from Hong Kong to Newark Airport, Miss Miko and SennyJ. And they arrived here in the straight flight from Hong Kong, and they had to sleep for 2.5 days. I understand.
Absolutely.
So I get it. But if you're traveling, and Miss Miko, thank you for your tips, no question about it. Very valid. But this is the only way you get rid of jet lag. Okay?
Here we go.
I'm gonna tell you how to get rid of jet lag.
I don't want to hear
Don't go to freaking sleep. When you land at your destination, you stay up until it's time to go to sleep.
I've heard
and
that.
then you go to sleep, and that's it. You gotta stay up 2 days until you fall back into their time zone. You don't go to sleep. You stay up. You stay up the entire flight, everything. You stay up. You gotta stay up for a day, and then you'll wind up right on their clock, and then you go to sleep.
It's the worst feeling in the world.
Of course it is. I flew from Newark Airport, SennyJ, to Seattle, Washington. Got off the Cindy got off the plane, did the show, went back to the airport, and flew back to Newark. I was up for a whole day. And then went to sleep on my regular time.
Oh, okay.
Because you know you're jet lagging when it's 3 o'clock in the morning, wherever you are, and you're wide awake. You know you're done. You're lost.
Right.
You're lost. You're done. You're done. You gotta stay up if you can. Just stay up. Stay up until you get into their time zone. I know it's impossible to do, but I'd rather do that than take all these weird chemicals.
I've done that before one time, but I was staying up. I wasn't even trying to make myself stay up. It just like happened that way because as soon as I landed, when I was in California, we just started doing stuff. So I was already up, but like I was really tired. I was like, I can't believe I'm still awake. It's like one of those where you keep saying it.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm still awake. And I think the time of day that you leave, right? Like if you leave on like a red eye or travel when you're supposed to be sleeping, it helps a little bit. So, but that's good. I don't like doing it though.
And Miss Miko, right? Recently, she went to where did you go? Singapore and
The
Bali and
Far
all that.
East.
She went to the Far East. This woman was on a plane for 49 hours. Who does that? Who gets on a plane for 17 hours? To do what?
To experience life.
And then they landed. Oh, were all your friends jet lagged as well, Miss Miko?
Yes. We 4 o'clock in the morning, we have a group chat going. And I'm like, who's up? They were like, me. Everybody was up all night. And then by like 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we all went to sleep for the day. It was crazy. It was crazy. And this happened for like 4 or 5 days.
That's why.
So Cindy, by the time they adjusted to the time zone, it was time for them to come back home.
Yeah, I know.
And that always happens with jet lag. That's why you gotta stay up if you can. Stay up for a whole day to catch up to their time faster. But it's very difficult to do. So thank you for your tips. I appreciate it. And I'm glad your daughter survived all of this.
I'm telling you, you gotta give it to them babies, that or Benadryl, or just some good old fashioned cough syrup. Knock them out.
Cindy, do you hear this? Cindy.
Or you can put them on a sleep schedule. Like they go to bed at the same time every night.
or you could punch them in the head. Like, Miss Miko, really? Like, are you really saying this publicly? That everybody, she's just joking. She really is. Yeah, even though she's not.
Allegedly.
Yeah. All right, Cindy, what else you got for a Throwback Thursday?
DoorDash says not tipping drivers may result in longer wait times for your food. So, hungry diners may be forced to wait longer for their DoorDash orders if they choose not to tip the delivery person. According to the company, Dashers can pick and choose which orders they want to do. Orders that take longer to be accepted by Dashers tend to result in a slower delivery. The new advisory is part of a pilot program launched by the company to gauge user reaction. As with anything we pilot, they said we look forward to closely analyzing the results and feedback. DoorDash pays its Dashers between $2 and $10 per delivery, depending on the distance traveled to make said delivery. In addition, they keep 100% of all tips. The firm said that customers can tip in cash, but they too would have to wait longer for their food. Reaction on social media was mostly negative, of course. Tips are based on service, not the working conditions. DoorDash needs to pay them more first and foremost, said one user on X, formerly known as Twitter. Another X user wrote, tipping is not a requirement, and I hate when people pretend it should be. They also added, I would gladly tip when I feel a Dasher deserves it, but don't tell me I have to tip. Another user wrote, if a Dasher deserves so much, then take it up with DoorDash. Then take it up with DoorDash to accommodate them appropriately. DoorDash shouldn't even let you order food at all if you ain't tipping them drivers, said another user, adding that the Dashers are working through rain, sleet, or snow, bringing y'all stuff, and your lame ass can't throw them a few extra bucks. The
Hold
company
on,
stock
stop.
price,
Wait, stop. You're reading that? That's actually somebody's quote?
yeah.
That's hilarious. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's what they
That's
wrote on
funny.
Twitter.
Okay.
DoorDash announced its third quarter earnings on Wednesday, and the company's stock price has risen by more than 20% over the past 6 months. It was trading last at around $74 a share as of Wednesday afternoon. DoorDash groceries and food orders jumped in the second quarter as the company posted its highest revenue since it began offering its shares in December of 2020. So, um, yeah, so I guess mixed reviews, people that are in the tipping industry, of course, everybody understands the importance of tipping, but then also, you do have these food delivery services, car services. They have a lot of fees though that are also attached to it. You have an order that you think is going to be $20, and then by the time you go to check out, it's $30, and that's not even including the tip. So, I don't know. I guess your biggest dilemma is if you're going to tip to get your order faster, but also too, you could tip, but if your dasher gets to, I don't know, Burger King on a late night, a McDonald's on a late night, and there's a 20-minute wait anyway, what can you really do about that?
Right.
So I guess you just have to really determine how bad you really want it.
I don't trust it. I don't order from nobody. I don't trust my food in the car with them people.
I know we were having that. I do get DoorDash a lot. Whether I tip them in person or get it on the app, it always seems like it comes like the same amount of time for me. I don't know. I don't see
What
anybody
about the food? Are they eating your food?
Well, a lot of places now they
God.
safeguard against that. Like they put, like I know at the fast food restaurants, like if you're getting a drink, they put like a sticker on top. So
That
you
I
can,
can put back on there. Okay. They
yeah,
put
they have the sticker. They usually
Oh
they've
my
started
God.
stapling up the food now. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Did I tell you guys that my heart is saying December the 6th at Shawn Harvey Morning Show Christmas party doing a live podcast? Have I mentioned that to you guys?
That's what you keep saying.
only about 10 times since I've been on. Carry on.
Is it a good idea? I don't
I think
know.
my heart is saying Christmas party for December the 6th. Matter of fact, this is you just go on RSVP at 275parkbk.com for just free tickets. And this, as a matter of fact, it would be a free event. There's a lot of lame asses out there. The stock is $74. City, no wonder what that stock started at. I'm scared to ask what was that opening bid in December of 2020.
That's probably like,
Boy, if it was $25, then you're rich.
let me see.
It depends on how many shares you purchase. It would be interesting to know when that stock went public to where it's at today.
What are y'all talking about? What stock?
Well, that was the DoorDash story.
Yeah.
Now, Miss Miko, she's an extremist. I'm not mad at her, and I respect her opinion. There's a lot of people who they're going to eat the French fry. They used to do that, and there might be some rare cases that they do, but most likely they won't eat a French fry or sip your soda. Do I use these services? Yes. Where did it start, Senny? Do I use?
It actually started at $182 per share.
Oh
Wow.
man, so you lost money on it. $182, $182 in December 20, and now it's $74. Wow. All right. Miss Miko, you're an extremist, and I respect that. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
I order from the DoorDashes and all these Instacart. I do all of that. I order. And I pay the tip. Don't order food if you're not about that tip life. DoorDash, I don't agree with your stupid robots delivering food because that takes jobs away from the everyday person. I don't like that. You know, you see a delivery box going down the street, I would suggest you kick it on the ground.
What?
Yeah, because it takes work from the regular folks. You can't have these AI automatic automation machines delivering your food because it takes jobs from the.
Would you tip the robot?
No. So
that might be it might be a better thing for everyday
and
Americans.
I totally, Miss Miko and SennyJ, I totally agree with DoorDash and any other service like that. If you're not tipping, if I'm running the business, you're not getting your window time to get your food is 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours. You're not getting your food. You can't sit there. You have no consideration for the person who's delivering your food or picking up whatever.
But they
Where they're gonna sit there, wait on the line. They gotta
do that.
They gotta wait on the line, pick up your food, and you're gonna sit there and tell me you can't tip them $5, $10, or $20?
$20
or whatever it is, But my whole thing is this: you're picking up an app. You want to,
I don't care how big the order is.
No, to me, if it's a dope order, I'm gonna tip appropriately. If I order $100 worth of food, I'm gonna give you $25, $30.
My problem with that is they're just driving it there. The real tip is the person that is putting that order together at the restaurant. They're the ones making sure you have your forks and spoons. They're the ones making sure you have your condiments in there. They're the ones that making sure everything is sealed perfectly in the bag, stapled so that somebody can bring it. So I feel like the model is lost a little bit because, if you were to go in and pick up your food, do you tip the counter person that put your food together? Most people don't. But it's like, well, let's give the tip to the person who just drove it there when y'all are the ones signing up to be driving it to places, knowing that it might be far, costing you more gas. DoorDash, all these fees you're charging, you need to pass that on to your delivery drivers. It's a shame. The same thing with Uber. You know what I'm saying? You getting a $50 ride and the Uber driver is only getting what, $15, $20 of that? That ain't right. But now I have to make up the difference. It's already costing me and whatever surcharge they're gonna hit me with because it's 5 o'clock now. Like
I get it. I get what you're saying, but if you're going to jump into that, you want your food delivered or you want to be driven somewhere, you have to pay for it. You're right. The people that are serving preparing the food, that's a different issue. But the driver has a choice. These people are going out there in the middle of the night. There's snowstorms. They don't have to do it. You're absolutely right. But if they go to commit themselves to pick up your food in the middle of the night in a snowstorm, and you just grab the food and say thank you and close the door, there's something wrong with you. You should wait. No, hold on, hear me out. You should wait for your food. If you don't want to tip and then you use the BS, I'll tip when they arrive here, or my food better be hot, or this, or it has all these requirements for your food, then you just simply have to wait longer for it. Because my whole thing is this: I want my food now. All right, give them $10. Actually, the more you tip, the better the service you're gonna get. That's with anything you do. If you go to a restaurant and you give that person a nice tip, right? When you come back the next time, they're gonna look at you. And Sydney knows she's been in the food service industry. Sydney has run into some people or some of her regular customers where she go, here they go. They gonna tip real good. Let me give them that good service. And you get rewarded for it. I'm not picking up no phone. An app, ordering food at 11 o'clock at night. And the folks deliver the food and I'm not tipping them. I don't feel right doing that. I'm on the road a lot doing comedy. I'm in hotel rooms. I don't know where I'm at. I pick up the app, grab me some DoorDash, and then it gives you the option. 5%, 10%, 20%. I always tip and I get my food. I would never not tip nobody. I hear what you're saying about all these other surcharges, but that's about that app life. If you want a delivery, There's all kind of multiple charges, but I'm not going to sit here and have this dude deliver a pizza and not tip him. I'm not going to I can't, I'm not built like that. And it's terrible that people have this philosophy. If you want your food, go get in your car or go take a bus or whatever, pick your food up. Because that works in reverse, what Cindy was talking about. If that's the case, and you're more concerned about the people with the forks and putting everything in your bag, then you go pick up your food. That's it. But you can't sit there and go, man, I'm not tipping. I'm not doing that. No, that's when people start eating your food. They pick up the food. Oh, this bitch didn't leave a tip. Let me have 2 fries. Listen.
I've never had a problem, so it's fine.
People, if you're about that app, well, that's why you were short. That's why you were short on your fries. People, if you about that app life and you go on your app and you want your food delivered, your shopping, all that, tip these people. Tip them. They're literally risking their lives to deliver your food. Now they got a choice. They don't have to do it. But if you pick up that phone and you order some food, tip them. What's wrong with you? Your order, you got a regular order. Your order is what, $20? Or all additional charges, $22. Give them an extra $5 or $7 or whatever it is. And those people will remember you. So your name will come back on the app again. They go, oh, that was Senny. She tipped $10 the last time. Let me make sure she good. And if you're broke, then don't order food online. Go pick it up. College students, really, the young folks are really driving this industry.
People should put more pressure on the companies to pay people what they're worth. That's what it should be.
They're independent contractors. They're independent contractors. They're not getting paid for. They're not getting paid per hour.
They still have a base. Instead of giving them $2 to $10 per delivery, maybe you should be giving them $10 to $20 per delivery. They should be doing that instead of making these 25-year-old tech billionaires, pass that savings on to the people that are working for you, instead of coming at everyday Americans that can barely feed their families as it is.
Then don't order food online.
I mean, of course you can do that. But if the service is there, instead of you guys doing what you needed to do, you want to go ahead and have people turn on each other. It just, to me, the business model is huge.
If you can't afford to order food online and tip, you have to wait for your food.
Okay. Or go pick it up.
Or go pick it up. And matter of fact, why would I order food from DoorDash and not put a tip? Now I'm in jeopardy of what Miss Miko's talking about. My food getting vandalized, or the people not taking. That's why it takes a long time to get your order anyway when you don't tip, because the drivers don't want the order.
Yep.
They don't take it. So it sits there. You're sitting there waiting for your food for 2 hours.
You know what's going to happen? People are going to put the tip and then they're going to say that they never got their order. That's just what's going to happen. So I guess DoorDash is going to have to figure out what they're going to do. People are doing it now already. So.
Do you put a number 1 chat room if you tip when you use these apps? Put a number 2 if you don't. Put a number 1 if you tip.
Number 3 if you don't use the apps, you go get your own food or you cook at home.
That's valid. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you tip. Put a number 2 if you don't tip. Put a number 3 if you pick up your own damn food. Mm-hmm. And if it's just, like I said, if it's a snowstorm outside and you pick up that app and somebody goes to McDonald's, like Cindy talked about, at 1 o'clock in the morning, you know that McDonald's line is popping on a Saturday night at 1 o'clock in the morning, and you want your food, and the driver goes at 1 o'clock in the morning, it's dark outside, to pick up your little fries and your burger, and you don't tip them? I don't care how many surcharges are added on there. If you're about that app life, you gotta pay for it.
Right.
I applaud DoorDash. If you don't tip, you gotta wait 4 hours for your meal.
Right.
And then and look at the driver's point. The driver takes the order, Miss Miko. It has no tip on it, right? Then another order comes up with a $50 tip. Now they done missed that $50 because they're dealing with somebody. And you know what? I wouldn't even want to pick up nobody's food that's not tipping. That tells me what type of character you have. I don't even want to mess with you. You're not tipping. I'm not messing with you. You're evil. You're inconsiderate. You're broke. You complain. You're the one that complained about the fries. And then on top of that, they don't tip and give you a 1 star. Get the. Cindy, I want you to start tipping appropriately.
Okay.
Okay, $10 to $20. Tip them. Don't give them that little $3 BS.
Okay, I'll pick up my own food.
Thank you.
Yeah, my side. Cindy, did you see what your boy Princess wrote in the chat room?
What do you wrote?
I don't care what Prentice writes.
What did he? What did he?
I don't care.
Let me tell you.
Nobody's in this house with me when I'm on my apps.
I tell you what, Miss Miko. Princess Cox No Pause, Black Heart, picked me up from the airport one time. I can't remember. I think he took it to my mom's house. I can't remember where he took me. And he was going to give me the family discount. Miss Miko.
Mm-hmm.
I declined that. I said, hell to the no. How much is it if you was on that app and I'm tipping appropriately? And that's what I did.
Right.
Whatever it was on his app, that's what whatever it was, that's what I gave him, and I tipped him. But y'all want the homie hookup.
Word.
If you're not about that life, don't use these apps.
Right. Don't utilize the service if you're not about that life.
If you're not about that life, leave it alone. If you can't tip $5, $15, $20, leave it alone.
Yeah.
You should be making enough money where all those extra little $2 surcharges don't even matter.
I'm with you on that, Shawn.
But you sitting there complaining over somebody that's risking their lives dropping off your stupid burger.
Not risking their lives.
They are. I don't give a damn about, and that's another thing, and then we're gonna leave this alone. That's another thing, we're gonna get out of here. Whatever, Cindy, whatever.
Like, Jesus.
No, because, I worked that life. I did all the, the deliveries and all that back in my day. So I know what that's about. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of people, you talk about the people that's making the food and they should get the tip. No, a lot of the people, Miss Miko, who cook the food and prepare the food, they're out there making more money delivering the food. I yield my time.
Thank God. Go ahead, Cindy.
No, that's all I have. I'm good.
Cindy, if you don't tip more money, I'm going to be mad at you, Cindy. I don't know why you bought this. I don't like that $3, $5 tip thing. Then stop it, Cindy.
What
you
did
said
I
you
say?
tipped them.
I'm just giving you the other side. Listen,
No.
I used to be a server for many years, so I get it. Believe me.
So, Cindy, are you tipping appropriately?
Of course, Shawn.
All right. I'm watching you.
Okay.
Because Cindy's one of those people, you could drive Cindy 17,000 miles away. She's going to get out the car. Good night.
She is not like that. Shawn.
My
yes,
Uber rating, I probably have a higher Uber rating than you right now. Okay.
You probably do.
Up, always nice cars, and everybody always gets 5 stars.
Do you tip them?
5 stars.
Everybody always gets 5 stars. Everybody always gets 5 stars. Really
Ms. Miko,
getting me here safely.
Ms. Miko, before we leave, what did Princess say in the chat room, Ms. Miko?
Princess said, oh my God, Princess loves choosing violence. He said, so the waitress shouldn't get the tips, huh? Tips should go to the cook. With that philosophy that Cindy said, give back every tip you ever received, SennyJ.
Thank you for that comment.
Cindy, my heart is saying Christmas party December the 6th at the 275 Park. My heart is still saying
I second that notion.
Okay. Now, Cindy, we'll be back tomorrow, God willing. Cindy, we're going to give you the last word before the real last word. And we are so grateful that Miss Miko's back, because out of the 7 last words, Cindy had one dope one and all the rest of them fell flat. So, Miss Miko, we're glad you're back. Cindy, we're going to give you the last word before the official last word.
I don't have one, you guys. I usually try and think of them. I hope everybody has a great day this Thursday. Make your own food tonight. Save your coins in this economy. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. The food's gonna get there cold anyway, whether you tip or you don't. So keep it to
Okay,
yourself.
Is it my turn?
Yep, your turn.
My last word is life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute, wait. I missed that one.
Where do you get these from?
Say that one more time.
Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving.
Good. I love it. And our beloved ambassador of the chat room is talking about nobody coming to a Christmas party.
We'll see you there, girl.
Really? That's that viral infection you're throwing into the chat room, young lady?
And it's in Brooklyn and it's handicap accessible. Princess, we see you in the building.
Thank you, Miss Miko.
I'm calling everybody out.
Thank you.
Well, call me out because I don't know.
You are required to be there
on a freaking Wednesday.
So wait a minute, everybody.
Back home by midnight. It's early.
Doors open up at 6, show at 7. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this.
Building
on a Wednesday. LaShawn Haynes Jones had a great time last night, and we were done early.
Hot sauce is in the building.
Okay.
I think so.
Cindy's in the building, Shawn.
And for the ambassador of the chat room talking about nobody's coming to no party on a Wednesday. Okay.
That's not very ambassador-like.
Yeah, that's not right. Okay. You're going to set this fuel as fire on Harvey, and we're going to show you if who's going to come out or not. One more time, last word, Miss Miko.
Oh, life is like riding a bicycle. In order to keep your balance, you must keep moving. Simple.
I can't.
Look at City Hayes. All right, guys. Great show today. We see you guys tomorrow. We appreciate you. Come on, let's wave at these folks.
Bye.
All right, see y'all later.